Luxury timepieces may be stunning, but their price tag isn't. Most individuals can't afford to spend thousands of dollars on a wristwatch. However, that doesn't imply that you have to settle for an unattractive timepiece. Astonishingly stunning low-cost watches are available. Do these watches exist? Really? Hello and welcome to Luxury Premier, the ultimate destination for dreamers pursuing insight. And if you're here with us, it's not a coincidence that you are watching this video. Here in Luxury Premier, we only want what is best for you. May our videos inspire you and hope that all of your dreams may come true. Spend a fortune and have a luxury watch style without having to break the bank. Let's look at an ocean of tacky-looking no-name timepieces. When you open the packaging, you may be surprised to find a watch of inferior quality to what you expected. These watches only look expensive. Orient Bambino V1. Prevalent in the watch world, the Orient Bambino line is often the ideal entry point into dress watches. An in-house automatic movement is included in purchasing these timepieces. Micro brands would charge 3 times as much for it. Version 1 is the most remarkable watch on our list because of its classic design, which resembles a timepiece worth thousands of dollars. Version 3's more basic design won my praise last year and provided a more contemporary appearance if desired. There's a 36mm version of this watch for those with smaller wrists and a larger one for people with larger wrists, so there's something for everyone. Invicta Pro Diver, a watch that resembles a Rolex submariner for less than $100. This watch bears the unmistakable hallmarks of the Rolex, as mentioned above. Your friends will be amazed that you didn't spend a fortune on this watch, which is a Seiko automatic movement with an iconic diver style. Aside from the side engraving, this watch features everything you'd expect from the low-cost diving watch, including a good water resistance. Despite this, Invicta's best-selling watch for decades has been this one, and it's easy to see why. Orient TriStar. Orient's TriStar boasts a stellar reputation and a stunning design, making it another standout timepiece from the company. There's nothing too flashy about this watch, but it might be just what you're looking for if you want something special. These are 39mm in diameter, which is the ideal size for many guys, and they'll add a dash of style to your attire. This watch, like the Bambino, has an in-house automatic movement that provides the sweeping second hand that is a hallmark of high-end timepieces. Seiko SNK 793. While the Seiko 5 costs less than £100, it has the same appearance and feels like the more expensive Seiko 3 model. Famous everyday wearers because of their stainless steel structure and moderate water resistance are Seiko 5 watches. The SNK 793 looks like several Seiko models that cost 3 times as much. Many more Seiko models are available if you don't like this one. Starking AM0184 SS12L. This Starking watch offers a lot for a modest price, making it an excellent option for those looking for an automatic dress watch. A decent one may be a real deal, even though the quality control on them isn't outstanding. If you're on a limited budget, this is one of the more affordable options on the list. Seiko SUP880 or SFP608. Cartier's iconic tank is a favorite of men. Although I appreciate the watch, I'm put off by its price tag of more than $2,000. You can acquire a Seiko watch for just over £100 that, if you didn't have a microscope, you'd assume cost the same amount. The SUP880 has a solar quartz movement, so it can be charged in the sun, making it a better choice. In terms of extending the life of a watch, this is a very successful method. The SFP608 is almost similar to the SFP608, except it lacks solar capabilities. However, it is typically less expensive. Both have a classic aesthetic that will still be in style in another 2 decades. Pagani Design Chronograph PD2720K. The obscure Pagani Design Chronograph recently blew me away when I tested it. Given the price tag, it's perhaps the most overpowered watch I've ever reviewed. I'm sure this would sell for at least £200 if it had a more well-known brand name on the front. Though the name may imply Italian origins, this brand is from China and they've crammed this item to the gills. One of my particular favorites is the high-end Seiko VK67 Mecha Quartz movement. Although the trends alone retail for roughly £30, they sell this watch for around £40 because of some kind of miracle. When paying so much, it's natural to anticipate shoddy artistry and materials. It's a different story though for this timepiece. We both laughed when we saw what was inside, and you'll be too when you open it. Timex TW2T 6700JT. An elegant style watch with a rectangular face comes from Timex, unexpected given the company's reputation. In addition to the diamond at 12 o'clock, this one has a clean dial with smooth lines. A Movado-inspired design seems considerably more costly than its £60 asking price. You'll appear like $1 million at black tie gatherings thanks to this phone's sleek design and high-gloss finish. The 26mm lug size on some listings is inaccurate. This one has a 24mm bracelet-style strap. If you want to change it, keep this in mind, but the default one should suffice. Nixon Time Teller. Even the most fashionable timepieces seem worse in real time than online. The Nixon Time Teller, on the other hand, avoids this pitfall. The case of this watch has a vintage form that reminds me of an old Rolex Oyster model, which gives it a lot of wearability options. The dial is fundamental, and the specs aren't groundbreaking, but there are some excellent features. The 37mm diameter is suitable for this watch, and the 9-meter depth is also relatively thin. In addition, it's water resistant to a remarkable depth of 100 meters, much above the 30 meters seen on other similarly looking fashion timepieces. I believe this is the ideal trendy watch at the price point of roughly £70 or less. Casio MDV 106 Duro. It's a famous diverse watch in the internet community and is an excellent option for anyone with wider wrists. It never ceases to astound me how much Japanese watchmaker Casio can cram into such a little package. The stainless steel case, 3D indices, rotating bezel, and water resistance to 200 meters make this an ideal diving watch for anybody on a budget. With the new logo, this would cost at least £200, if not more than that. Because of the dial's black sunburst, it seems only costly than it is. In contrast to others, this Casio watch is not covered with text, and the result is a more attractive timepiece. The Duro is a no-brainer, although it's best suited for those with bigger wrists because of its 42mm diameter. We could tell from the watches in this video that guys have a keen sense of style for wrist watches. What to look for in a wristwatch for men? Choosing a watch that suits your style might be challenging because of the large variety of casual and luxury watches available online. You may not know what some of the terminologies signify if you don't have the comprehensive reference regarding various watch styles. This buying guide for men's wristwatches will help you decide. The display, what to look for. Before searching for a watch, choose a screen. Popular timepieces are analog and digital. Analog watches have an hour, minute, and second hands. These clocks are more polished than digital watches. These timepieces are all-purpose. Digital watches with LCD screens display time electronically. It only shows minutes and hours, not seconds. Digital clocks are cheaper than conventional ones. Some include calendars, timers, and other features. Watch movements. The most prevalent ones, although there are others. Quartz watches are accurate and durable. Quartz watches are less costly and more practical than mechanical watches, and their second hands jump between seconds. The rotor powers these mechanical watches. Self-winding or mechanically wound clocks are available. Unlike quartz watches, the second hand is fluid and sweeping. Mechanical watches are expensive and inaccurate. Power source of watches. Check the watch's power source while comparing styles. Quartz watches are battery-powered, whereas solar watches use voltaic solar cells to turn light into electricity. Smart watches use lithium-ion batteries. How about the design and material? Considering. Then choose a light, comfortable, and helpful timepiece for everyday wear. Traditional and classic styles offer lasting appeal for formal events. Active people should purchase durable, valuable timepieces. Leather and stainless steel mesh watch bands are trendy. High-quality straps will last. Consider a strap's flexibility, strength, durability, comfort, sweat, and water resistance. Other strap materials include mesh-textured silicone, ceramic, and titanium. Comfort, size, and budget. When purchasing a watch, prioritize comfort. If the look isn't comfy, it doesn't matter how stunning or feature-rich it is. You may select a small dial or an oversized watch, like this limited edition classic bearing watch for men. The budget might affect buying choices. Never sacrifice quality and comfort for cheap. Online, you may purchase stylish, inexpensive men's wristwatches. So, select a watch that suits you. Knowing watch terminology makes choosing the perfect wristwatch for any occasion easier. You may choose a watch that fits your personality and budget by considering the above. This wristwatch style guide should assist. Buy the most excellent wristwatch today. Today, we hope you learned something new that you will remember for the rest of your life. We'd like to thank everyone who has stayed with us this far. Despite the fact that we have never met, please know that we respect and admire you for choosing to be here today. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us, dreamers. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos.